Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a new video. It's called New X-Men, issue number 115 from Marvel Comics. I'm not impressed with the cover. I mean, what is this supposed to be? Cyclops in a field. And what is the story that it's going to tell me? I don't know. But let's move on. Whatever. So we have here Master Mold. And we have, I believe, a member of the Trash family. He says, when I got out of my bed this morning, I didn't expect to exterminate 50 million people. They are not people, Mr. Trask. They are dirty, stinking mutants. So yeah, we have this woman here. I totally forgot her name. But, she is basically the enemy here. So this... So she also says, and here comes some of them now, and they're talking about, this, what's it called? The X-Wing, X-Plane, and it's Cyclops, Wolverine, and Ugly John. Poor guy. So yeah, they've been spotted. Sentinels attacking them, but there are some different Sentinels that we are getting used to, mostly used to, right? So they're chipping away at the X-Wing, and they are crashing, and so they are surviving, of course. And Wolverine says, you know what I admire most about you, Summers? Your icy, calm lunacy under pressure. Call me Cyclops during mission, Wolverine. It keeps things straight. Yeah, I know. I always have some kind of a love-hate relationship with Cyclops. Well, more hate than love. Well, hate is a big word. I don't know. I just don't like him. I don't know. There's just something about it that wants me to punch his face. I'm exaggerating, of course, but still, he's a good leader. And so he says, hey, we cannot let them turn X-Wing technology to spare parts. So he's using his voice to command a self-destruct sequence. And they are jumping out. And big explosion. They fall into this. I don't know, is this a river? Probably. More ads. And Wolverine, says that, hey, I got this. You ever see the Sentinel look like anything like this? So Scott says, well, Sentinels kill mutants, Logan. That's all we need to know. Right? And then, Ugly John wakes up and he says, hey, what's going on? He's immediately gets shot at by these weird Sentinels. And so Wolverine says, hey, do you have any talents that we can use? Well, he says, well, I only have 3 faces. and it looked like pigs that cracked me up. But he also gets shot in the knee, which really hurts. Cyclops fights back. There's an explosion. He's been flown into the water. And Wolverine takes charge. And Wolverine is just doing with what Wolverine is doing best. Art is by Frank Quietly, and Grant Morrison is the writing, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. But I really like this this art and the flow of how it's been drawn. Frank Quietly is awesome. Wolverine is getting captured. And then we see Beast here. I don't know, he's trying to make contact with, I don't know, a writer or something that he likes very much, but then he gets, notification. And then we go to Professor Xavier, whose mind was been overtaken by that particular woman. And he says, hey, 1 minute your brain is bleeding through both nostrils, the next you're fine. And why didn't you tell us you carried a gun? It's not what you think, Jean. I would never use it to another living creature. You know that. But my brain, you understand. My brain is a lethal weapon. If some enemy were to hijack it, I have to be prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice, if needed be, or the ultimate gamble. Right? So he says, well, I need to get to Cerebra, and so fetch me my chair. But then Henry comes in and he says, hey, we lost all contact with Cyclops, the plane, and Wolverine. And so we go back to, I believe this is Cambodia or somewhere around in those neighborhood, I guess. So Trask says, is it evil, Mr. Oh yeah, Nova. So is it evil, Miss Nova? What I've just done, some people would call it evil, would they? And she says, in a world without values or morality, good and evil are just choices on the menu of the mighty Mr. Trask. And so she says, when they hear why you launched 4 supersonic death machines into the most densely populated mutant area on the Earth, I think they'll say, my God, he was evil. Yes, but evil in a good way. And so she says, how can it be murder when they're germs or vermin? And he says, well, will it be humane? They won't feel pain, do they? It doesn't seem real. I know how much all this sudden power excites you, Mr. Trask. I know it even if I couldn't read your mind like a t-shirt. I even know you dream of keeping mutants, women and children as slaves in your basement. And then she does this. I don't know really what her powers are, but she's basically done with him because he says that here. I don't hate you, Donald Trask the First. Does the gourmet hate the steak? But it's taken me 10 hours to read and copy the 3 billion base letters in your DNA sequence. And basically she's, I don't know, taking his DNA over, I guess. And now the Sentinels are listening to her. Even with the voice command, they recognize her as the one called Trask, although Trask is probably dead now. And so, yeah, we have the 3-headed mutant here. And he says, hey, please don't hurt me. But then she says, well, I'm not going to hurt you, right, with this. And then she says, Sentinel Man of War, terminate Piggy. And he's still alive somewhat. Well, that works. Next, Wolverine says, bacon? And he attacks her immediately because, well, he's a pretty cool character, you know. And he says, all I got to do is think, an adamantium razor bursts through the skin of my knuckles at 130 miles per hour, babe. So you better relax. And he calls to Cyclops, and he says, hey, Summers, for the love of God, the kid's dying in agony. It's okay, Logan. John, Steve, I'm so sorry. I know there's something more than just this world. Deep breath. Don't be scared. Just look into my eyes. And, yeah, he's dead. So I feel somewhat sorry for that guy, right? He is just surviving a Sentinel attack after Sentinel attack, getting saved by the X-Men, but in the end, he's just, you know, another victim of mutant propaganda and hatred. And yeah, Cyclops was forced to kill him, right? And she's basically laughing. And he says, where did you send those Sentinels? Says Wolverine. And then we go back to, I believe this is Genosha. And we see, is this Frost? Frost, I guess, right? And so this little girl says, you think everything just a joke, but I had the same nightmare 50 times last night. And I'm having it again right now. Everybody's going to die. Now, I don't know if this is a teleportation, that everyone's been teleported away, or that it's in her head. I do not know. But then, well, doesn't matter because it's gone. And Genosha is now getting attacked. So I believe this is Magnus, you know, Magneto. And he's also in a wheelchair. You know, I missed a couple of issues. I don't know what happened. But yeah, Mutant coming in and destroying Genosha's population left and right. It looks really cool. And this looks even cooler. Extermination event underway. And the population is falling. So yeah, and that continues into the next issue. Well, I don't know. Xavier has some kind of a seizure here because of the death toll. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like it when the X-Men is going back to, you know, Extinction levels threats, right? And battling Sentinels and other mutants instead of, you know, what's happening in modern comics, which is shit in my opinion. But you already know that. So guys, let me know what you think about it. Leave a comment, leave a like and all that jazz, and see you next time. Bye-bye.